Hey there, my friend. Welcome back to the Listen and Learn podcast, where your English grows and so does your mindset. How are you today? Are you on your way to school or work? Maybe just relaxing with a cup of tea? Wherever you are in the world, I'm so happy you're here. Every time you press play, you're choosing to improve. You're choosing to grow. And that brings us to today's topic, one that so many of us struggle with: procrastination. Have you ever had a task to do, but somehow you just didn't do it? You told yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do it after one more episode, one more scroll, one more snack. Yeah, we've all been there. But today, we're going to talk about how to stop procrastinating. Not just by force, but by understanding, by making small, powerful shifts that actually work. Let's dive in. So what is procrastination? It's the habit of delaying or avoiding tasks, even when you know it will hurt you later. It's not laziness. It's usually fear, perfectionism, or overwhelm. Think about it. Have you ever had so much to do that you just did nothing? You opened your laptop and stared at it, then checked your phone, then thought, ugh, I'll start later. That's procrastination. It's sneaky. And if we're not careful, it becomes a habit. There are many reasons why we procrastinate. Sometimes it's fear of failure. We don't want to mess up. Sometimes it's lack of motivation. The task feels boring or pointless. Other times, it's perfectionism. We want things to be so perfect that we never actually start. But here's the truth. Action creates clarity. Action builds momentum. Even a small step can shift your energy. So let's look at how we can beat procrastination step by step. How to stop procrastinating. Let's keep this simple and realistic, because the truth is, stopping procrastination isn't about being perfect or suddenly becoming superhuman. It's about small shifts, little decisions that lead to big changes over time. So how do we actually do that? Let's walk through it together. Number 1. Break the task into tiny steps. Have you ever looked at your to-do list and thought, this is too much, I don't even know where to start? That's a common feeling, and it's often what triggers procrastination. So, here's the trick. Make the task smaller. Break it down. Instead of saying, I have to write a whole report, say, I'll just write the title, or I'll only outline the first point. Suddenly, it doesn't feel scary anymore. You've made it bite-sized, manageable, and once you start, momentum kicks in. One small step leads to the next. Progress grows, and you start feeling confident, not stuck. Number 2, use the 5-minute rule. This one is a favorite. It's powerful. Tell yourself, I'm just going to do this for 5 minutes. That's all. You can do anything for 5 minutes, right? And here's the magic. Once those 5 minutes begin, your brain warms up, your focus sharpens, and more often than not, you end up continuing for 10, 20, even 30 minutes without realizing it. Because again, starting is the hardest part, not the task itself. So try it. Set a timer, 5 minutes. That's it. Then see what happens. Number 3, eliminate distractions. We live in a world full of distractions. Your phone buzzes. A new video pops up. Notifications, emails, random thoughts. And all of them can pull you away from what actually matters. So if you want to beat procrastination, you need to create a focus-friendly environment. Here's how. Put your phone on silent, or even in another room. Close extra tabs. You don't need 17 of them open. Clear your workspace. Make it clean and calm. Think of your space like a launch pad. When it's clean, quiet, and free of clutter, it's easier to take off. Even small adjustments can make a huge difference in your ability to concentrate. Number 4. Reward yourself. Let's be real. Motivation doesn't always come naturally. Sometimes we need a little something to look forward to. That's where rewards come in. After you complete a task, especially one you've been avoiding, give yourself a treat. It could be a short break, a cup of coffee or tea, watching an episode of your favorite show, a quick walk outside. Whatever makes you feel good, use it as a carrot on a stick. This helps your brain link effort with pleasure. It creates a positive cycle where work feels worth it. Number 5. Be kind to yourself. This is probably the most important one, because procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's not something to be ashamed of. We procrastinate for reasons, sometimes because we're tired, sometimes because we're scared, sometimes because we're overwhelmed. So instead of saying, ugh, I'm so lazy, say, okay, I'm noticing some resistance. Why is that? Be curious, not critical. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Then gently, and I mean gently, guide yourself back to the task. Remember, growth takes time, and every time you choose action, even a tiny one, you're building discipline, confidence, and self-respect. Asterisk, let's go deeper. Why do we procrastinate? All right, let's take a moment to slow down, because procrastination isn't just about laziness or poor time management, even though that's what we often tell ourselves. It's deeper than that. Think about it. We usually procrastinate when something feels big, uncertain, or emotionally uncomfortable. Maybe the task feels overwhelming. Maybe you're afraid you'll fail. Or maybe, deep down, you're not sure you're good enough to do it right. And so, we avoid, we scroll, we clean the desk for the 10th time. We convince ourselves we'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? And yet, here's the twist. The longer we delay, the heavier it becomes. The weight of not doing it starts to feel worse than the task itself. It's like carrying around an invisible burden. It drains your energy, even when you're not doing anything. But here's the good news. That burden, it starts to lift the moment you begin. Even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if it's just writing a single sentence. Your brain loves comfort. Let's be honest. Your brain is wired for comfort. It loves what's easy, familiar, and safe. That's why it pushes you toward things that give instant rewards. Watching videos, scrolling social media, checking notifications. But the things that truly matter, they take effort, focus, courage. So the question becomes, how do we train our brains to crave progress more than comfort? It starts with awareness. It starts with noticing the moment you're about to slip into delay and saying, I see what's happening. I feel the urge to avoid, but I choose to start anyway. That's how you begin to rewire the habit. That's how you become the kind of person who takes action, even when it's hard. Your future depends on what you do today. Let's zoom out for a second. Think about the future version of you, the one who has finished that degree, the one who launched the project, built the business, changed their life. They didn't get there in one big leap. They got there by showing up day after day, doing the little things, even when they didn't feel like it. Because success isn't one big dramatic event. It's a series of small, quiet wins stacked on top of each other. Every time you choose action over avoidance, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. So ask yourself, what would my future self thank me for today? Would they thank you for starting, for showing up, for doing the hard thing, even just a little bit of it? Probably, yes. You don't need more time, you need more intention. Here's a little truth bomb. Most of us don't need more time. We need to be more intentional with the time we already have, because 10 focused minutes is more powerful than an hour of distraction. So next time you feel stuck, ask, how can I show up for just 10 minutes? What's the smallest step I can take right now? Don't aim for perfect, aim for done, because done builds confidence. Done builds momentum, and once momentum kicks in, everything changes. Let's talk about momentum, the magic of starting. You've probably felt it before. That moment when you finally start, and suddenly you realize, hey, this isn't so bad. 5 minutes turn into 15. A sentence turns into a page. An idea becomes a plan. And that's the power of momentum. It's like pushing a heavy cart. At first, it takes effort, real effort. But once it starts moving, it gets easier with every step. And the best part, you begin to feel proud. Not because the task is finished yet, but because you showed up. You did what you said you would do. That's real confidence. Not perfection, but consistency. And each time you beat procrastination, even in a small way, you grow that belief in yourself. Tools you can use. Build your anti-procrastination toolkit. Let's go practical for a second. There are tools, simple tools, you can use every day to stay on track. To-do lists with priorities. Not everything matters equally. Choose your top 3 tasks each day. Tackle them first. That's time blocks. Divide your day into focused work time and true rest time. Don't blur the line. Give each block full attention. Tech boundaries. Use do not disturb. Put your phone in another room. Apps like Forest or FocusMate can help to dot accountability partners. Tell someone your goal. Check in with a friend. Sometimes just knowing someone will ask, did you do it? Makes all the difference. Mini celebrations. Every time you follow through, celebrate it. Smile. Say yes, I did it. This builds the habit faster than you think. These are not just hacks, they're habits. And the more you use them, the less power procrastination has over you. Let's be real, everyone struggles with this now. If you're thinking, but I always procrastinate. I've tried so many times. Hey, you're not alone. We've all been there. Even the most productive people, authors, creators, CEOs, they've all had moments of staring at the wall, avoiding what matters. The difference is, they start anyway. They feel the fear, the doubt, the resistance, and still they begin. You don't need to be superhuman. You just need to be willing to try, willing to take the first step, willing to believe that today can be different from yesterday. Time is passing. Use it with purpose. There's a saying, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. Every minute you spend waiting, hesitating, doubting, that's time you never get back. But when you choose action, even imperfect action, you shift from being stuck to moving forward. So let me ask you, what's one thing you've been putting off right now? After this episode ends, take the smallest possible step toward it. Open the document, write the first line, make the call, send the message. Don't wait for motivation. Create momentum, and motivation will follow. Asterisk, you hold the power. Let's pause for a second. Take a deep breath with me, in and out. Now, let's reflect. You've listened, you've learned, but most importantly, you're becoming more aware. That's the first step toward change. Awareness. Procrastination doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you're broken. It simply means you're human. Your brain craves comfort. It fears discomfort, failure, judgment. But your heart, your vision, they crave growth. They crave meaning. And they crave progress. And in between those two forces, fear and growth, you get to choose. You have more power than you think. The choice to start, the choice to try again, the choice to stop waiting and start doing. Because here's the truth, action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action moves you forward. Even one small step today is better than the perfect plan you never begin. You're not behind, you're right on time. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I should have started months ago. I've wasted too much time. I'll never catch up. But you know what? You're not behind. You're right on time. Every moment has led you here, to this awareness, to this decision, to this opportunity. So take it. Make a commitment to yourself right now to stop waiting, to stop doubting, and to start. Start with 5 minutes. Start with a single sentence. Start messy. Start slow, but start, and then keep going. Let's stay connected before we wrap up. I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to stop procrastinating on today? Drop it in the comments below. Let's support each other, because you're not alone in this journey. And if this episode helped you, inspired you, or even made you smile, don't forget to like, share, or follow this podcast. Every week, we talk about real challenges and real growth in simple English together. This is Listen and Learn, your space for motivation, mindset, and language practice. Thanks for listening. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and keep moving forward.